Have you ever felt like airports and airlines are playing tricks on you? You do everything right, book the flight, show up on time, follow all the rules, and still end up tired, stressed, and spending more money than you planned. It's not just bad luck. The truth is, modern air travel is full of hidden traps. But while most people walk straight into them, a small group of smart travelers know how to avoid the chaos, skip the fees, and fly better without spending extra. In this video, I'll show you 15 travel hacks that airlines definitely won't tell you about. These aren't the usual tips like pack light or bring snacks. These are real tricks used by frequent flyers to save money, avoid stress, and make the whole trip smoother from booking to baggage claim. And the best part? You don't need any special memberships, fancy apps, or business class tickets to use them. Just small, smart moves anyone can make. Make sure you stick around for trick number 6 because it completely changes how you board a plane, and once you try it, you'll never fly the same way again. Let's get into it. 15. Screenshot everything before you leave. Before leaving for your trip, take screenshots of every important document you might need along the way. That includes your boarding pass, hotel booking, flight details, train tickets, and even a map to your destination. Don't rely only on mobile apps or emails, because airport Wi-Fi is often slow or doesn't work at all. Some apps crash or ask for updates at the worst moment, but screenshots stay saved in your phone's gallery and can be accessed instantly, even if your internet is off. I once had a friend who couldn't open his hotel app because the app needed a new version, but he had no data to update it. It turned into a huge mess. Since then, I made it a habit to take screenshots of everything and store them in a special album labeled Travel Docs. It only takes 2 minutes, but it can save you hours of stress. If you're traveling internationally, it's also helpful to screenshot your passport's main page and visa, just in case something gets lost. It's one of the easiest and smartest habits that frequent flyers swear by. Simple, free, and could save your whole trip. 14. Carry a portable door lock for safety. Hotel rooms may seem secure, but the truth is anyone with a key card, like staff or previous guests, can get in. That's why smart travelers carry a portable door lock. It's a small, lightweight tool you can slide into the door frame from the inside. Once it's in place, even someone with a key can't open the door. It gives you full control over who enters. I first learned about it from a solo traveler who had a bad experience in a cheap hostel. Someone tried to enter her room at night, and that's when she started using a travel lock. I now carry one myself, even when staying in well-known hotels, because accidents and mix-ups still happen. Sometimes hotel staff walk in by mistake, or the room was double booked. These locks weigh almost nothing and fit in your pocket. They work on most doors and take seconds to install. Plus, they give you peace of mind while you sleep, especially if you're traveling alone. Safety is something you should never ignore while on the road, and this is one of the best $10 investments you'll ever make for stress-free nights. 13. Choose front row economy for a better experience. Not all economy seats are the same. If you can, always try to book a seat in the first 5 to 10 rows of economy class. These seats are closer to the front of the plane, which means several things work in your favor. First, you'll get on and off the plane faster. That's a big deal if you have a tight connection or just don't want to wait. Second, flight attendants start service from the front, so you'll get more choices when snacks or meals come around. Third, and most people don't realize this, sitting closer to the front usually means a quieter flight. You're farther from the engines, and turbulence can feel a little less rough. It might cost a small extra fee, sometimes $10 to $25, but it's way cheaper than business class and makes your flight more comfortable. I tried this once on a long-haul flight, and I got my drink first, got off quickly, and even reached immigration before the crowd. It's a small upgrade that feels like a big win. If you're flying for more than 2 hours, this little seat change makes a huge difference. Number 12. Use local ride apps instead of airport taxis. When you land in a new city, especially in another country, avoid heading straight to the taxi line. Those airport cabs are often overpriced and can be stressful to deal with, especially if there's a language barrier or if drivers try to take advantage of tourists. Instead, use local ride-sharing apps. Every country has its own version, like Grab in Southeast Asia, Bolt in Europe, or Didi in Mexico. These apps are usually cheaper than taxis, and you'll see the price up front before you ride. Even better, you don't need to explain where you're going, just type it into the app. I once skipped a 30-minute taxi line in Bangkok and saved over $20 just by using Grab. The driver knew the route, there was no need to carry cash, and it was way more comfortable. Before your trip, do a quick Google search for ride apps in the country you're visiting. Download and set it up while you still have internet at home. It's a small thing that can make your arrival smoother, faster, and cheaper. And it saves you from being that person arguing with a taxi driver outside the terminal. 11. Pack an empty pillowcase instead of a neck pillow. Most travelers carry big neck pillows hanging from their backpacks, but there's a smarter and lighter option. Bring an empty pillowcase instead. It takes up no space and gives you more flexibility. When you board the plane, simply stuff it with your hoodie, scarf, or even clean clothes.
Just like that, you've made your own travel pillow. It works just as well for sleeping and is even more comfortable because you choose what goes inside. I've used this trick on long flights and bus rides, and it saved me from buying overpriced neck pillows at airport shops. Plus, it has multiple uses. You can turn it into a blanket, a soft seat, or even a laundry bag once you reach your destination. And if it gets dirty, just throw it in the wash. It's light, easy to carry, and works better than most bulky pillows that don't really fit your neck anyway. This simple hack not only saves space, but also saves money and makes your journey way more comfortable. 10. Ask for a fragile sticker to get bags first. Most travelers check their luggage and just hope it shows up on time. But there's a little-known trick to get your bag treated better and make it appear faster at baggage claim. Ask for a fragile sticker. Even if you don't have anything breakable inside, this label makes baggage handlers place your suitcase on top of the pile, not buried at the bottom. And guess what? Bags loaded last are usually the ones unloaded first. I first heard about this from someone who flies weekly for work, and I thought it was just a rumor until I tried it myself. My bag was one of the first out on the belt, while everyone else was still waiting. It doesn't cost anything. You just ask politely at the counter when you check your bag. No one will ask questions. Plus, your bag might even be handled more gently during loading and unloading. So not only do you save time, but you also reduce the chances of damaged zippers, broken wheels, or spilled contents. It's a small request that can make a big difference after a long flight, especially when you just want to get out of the airport fast. 9. Clip hotel curtains for a better night's sleep. Have you ever stayed in a hotel room where the curtains just won't stay shut? That tiny gap in the middle lets in streetlights at night and sunrise in the morning, and suddenly you're wide awake way earlier than you planned. Here's a simple fix. Bring 1 or 2 large binder clips in your bag. You can find them in any office supply store. When you get to your hotel room, use the clip to pinch the curtain panels together. It takes 2 seconds and keeps the room dark and cozy all night long. I started doing this after a trip where I couldn't fall asleep because of flashing lights from a billboard outside. Now I carry a clip in my toiletry bag at all times. It's also useful for keeping snacks closed, sealing laundry bags, or hanging wet clothes to dry. It's one of those tiny things that takes up no space but solves multiple problems. You'll be surprised how often you use it and how much better you'll sleep without that annoying slice of light shining through your window at 5 a.m. 8. Refill your water bottle at coffee shops, not fountains. Most airports now have water fountains or refill stations, but they're often crowded, slow, and honestly not very clean. Instead of standing in line for warm tap water, walk into any airport coffee shop and politely ask if they'll refill your bottle with cold water. Most of the time, they'll happily do it, even if you're not buying anything. I've done this at Starbucks, Pret, and even local airport cafes. If they're not too busy, some baristas will even add ice. The water is usually cleaner, colder, and tastes way better. Plus, you avoid buying overpriced bottled water that can cost $4 or more inside terminals. Just bring an empty reusable bottle in your bag. It's allowed through security. Then fill it after the checkpoint and stay hydrated during your flight. This trick saves money, helps the environment, and keeps you refreshed during long travel days. And let's be honest, airplane air is super dry. You'll need that water more than you think. So next time you walk past a coffee shop, try asking. A friendly, "Hey, could I get a refill with water?" might just make your journey a whole lot better. 7. Use hotel loyalty programs without booking a room. Here's something most travelers don't realize. You don't have to stay at a hotel to use some of their perks. Many hotel chains like Marriott, Hilton, or Holiday Inn offer free loyalty memberships that come with benefits like lounge access, Wi-Fi, and discounts at the hotel cafe. If you have a long layover or need a quiet place to work, these hotel lobbies are often cleaner, calmer, and less crowded than the airport. I've used hotel lounges to charge my devices, use clean bathrooms, or grab a quiet coffee before a flight, all without actually booking a room. You can sign up for these programs online in minutes, and they're free. Some hotels even let members use gyms or showers during layovers for a small fee, which is way better than sitting on the airport floor for hours. The trick is to look confident and act like you belong. Most staff won't question it. This is one of those pro traveler secrets that feels like a cheat code. You save money, avoid crowds, and give yourself a much more relaxed travel experience, and no one at the airport will tell you this exists. 6. Pack a small nightlight or flashlight. Traveling often means staying in new places, and no 2 hotel rooms or Airbnbs are the same. At night, when the lights are off, it's easy to trip over bags, hit furniture, or fumble around in the dark. That's why I always pack a small nightlight or mini flashlight. It can be a tiny battery-powered light or even a USB one that plugs into a power bank. You don't need anything fancy, just something soft that lets you see without waking everyone up. It's especially useful if you're sharing a room or need to find your phone, medicine, or charger at night. I once stayed in a guest house where the bathroom was down a dark hallway and the nightlight saved me from stepping on someone's shoes or worse. It's also helpful if there's a power outage or if your phone dies. You'll always have backup light.
It takes up almost no space, and once you use it on a trip, you'll wonder how you traveled without it. It's one of those small items that adds comfort, safety, and peace of mind to your night.
5. Use incognito mode to book cheaper flights. Ever notice how flight prices seem to go up the more you search for them? That's not your imagination. Travel websites track your searches using browser cookies and sometimes raise the price when they see you're interested in a route. To avoid this, always use incognito mode or private browsing when looking for flights. When you search this way, websites can't track your history, which helps keep the prices more honest. I learned this the hard way. One night, I searched for a ticket 3 times and saw the price jump by $30. The next morning, I used incognito mode and saw the original lower fare. Since then, I never book without it. You can open a private tab by pressing Ctrl+Shift+N or Command-Shift+N on a Mac, and it resets every time you close it. It's also smart to compare prices across different devices or try a VPN to view prices from another country. Some airlines show cheaper fares to users in different regions. It might sound sneaky, but it works. The best deals aren't always about timing. They're about how you search. This is one of those digital tricks that can literally save you hundreds of dollars over time. 4. Mark your bag as heavy, even if it's not. Here's a luggage hack very few people know. When checking in your suitcase, ask the airline to mark it as heavy, even if it's underweight. This sticker doesn't just warn handlers, it often leads them to place your bag in a special spot in the cargo hold to avoid stacking it under other luggage. As a result, your bag is less likely to be crushed, tossed carelessly, or delayed during unloading. I've done this multiple times, and my bag often comes out earlier, looking cleaner and with no signs of rough handling. Of course, you shouldn't lie about weight if it's really light, but if your bag is close to the limit, this label can give it some extra protection. It also acts as a small visual cue to airport staff to be gentler. Just ask politely during check-in, and they usually won't mind. You don't need to pay extra or explain much. For anyone who's ever received a suitcase with broken zippers or cracked handles, this tiny sticker can make a big difference. It's another one of those things that airlines never mention, but travelers in the know always do. 3. Use toothpaste tablets to avoid liquid rules. Airport security rules about liquids can be annoying, especially when you're trying to pack light. That tiny 100 milliliter limit makes it hard to bring your favorite toiletries. But here's a smart way around it. Switch to toothpaste tablets. They look like mints, don't count as a liquid, and work just as well as regular toothpaste. You pop one in your mouth, chew for a few seconds, and then brush like normal. No leaks, no plastic tubes, no trouble at security. I started using them last year, and now I won't travel without them. They save space, reduce mess, and help the planet too, since they usually come in refillable glass jars or paper bags. Plus, because they're dry, you can keep them in your carry-on or even your pocket without worry. It's a small switch that makes packing easier and faster. You'll never have to dig through your bag explaining why your toothpaste is 5 milliliters over the limit. For frequent flyers, this one change makes morning routines smoother and helps you avoid those annoying plastic bag rules at the airport checkpoint. 2. Set a timer to drink water during the flight. Flying dehydrates you fast. The air inside a plane is drier than most deserts, and by the time you land, you might feel tired, bloated, or even dizzy, all from not drinking enough water. The problem is, most of us forget to hydrate while flying. That's why I set a simple timer on my phone to remind me to take a few sips every hour. It sounds silly, but it works. I stay more alert, feel better when I land, and my skin doesn't dry out as much. You don't need to chug a bottle, just small, regular sips. I usually bring a reusable water bottle and fill it after security. Then I set the first timer for 30 minutes after takeoff and every hour after that. It's easy to ignore thirst when you're watching a movie or trying to sleep, but your body still needs water. Especially on long flights, this one habit can make a huge difference in how you feel after. Bonus tip: drink before you feel thirsty. Once you're thirsty, you're already dehydrated. This is a small move with big benefits, and your future self will thank you. 1. Take photos of your parking spot or rental car. When you leave your car at the airport or rent one in a new city, always take a quick photo of where you parked or what your rental car looks like, including the license plate. You'd be shocked how many people forget this simple step and end up wandering around huge garages or struggling to describe their rental to staff. I once spent 25 minutes trying to find my car in a multi-level lot because I couldn't remember the exact row. Now, the moment I park, I take a photo of the section sign, like B7, the car itself, and sometimes even a nearby landmark. When I rent a car, I snap photos from all angles before driving off. That way, if there's ever damage or confusion later, I have proof. This small habit can save you time, money, and stress. It's also super helpful if someone else is picking you up from the rental return lot. You just send them a photo and say, "This is it." No guesswork, no wandering, no forgetting. It's the kind of thing you'll only forget once, then never again. That's it. 15 clever travel hacks that most people never use. If even one of these helped, give this video a like and share it with someone who always overpacks or forgets their gate. Got a secret travel tip? Drop it in the comments. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one. Safe flying.